Welcome back to Afternoon Express. So we're in your favorite place to be in the afternoon, which is in the kitchen with us as we prepare something super delicious. Anders, our chef here from Woolies. And today, it should actually be called something else today. Today shouldn't be Wednesday because it's Wednesday's hump day. It should be rump day, but we're going fillet.
For sure. So let's get it started today. So I did tell you we've got a little bit of a twist today because porchetta originally, I mean, we'd have to use a whole pig. Yes. But today we'll just use the fillet, which is quite an affordable cut of pork as well.
Yeah, for those who are ashamed of themselves and only just tuned into the show right now, what exactly are we making with the porchetta?
So we're making a porchetta. What we're going to do is we're going to season this pork fillet lovely, wrap it in bacon, finish it off in the oven, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like.
I heard bacon. It sounds like a success.
So maybe in the meanwhile, you could just add all the garlic inside there, a generous sprinkle of the fennel seeds, while I just season this.
Okay, I'm actually a bit nervous when I have chefs come in here and tell me generous sprinkles, because with Clem in the loft, you never really know what's generous and what's not.
Yeah.
So say when?
Yeah, that's enough.
Oh,
the thing is,
that's generous?
Pork really loves fennel, so you could actually be generous there as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do in the dish here, which is what the pork will be sitting in, just put some rosemary inside there, so it can actually just sit on top of that bed of rosemary.
Okay.
You can add some olive oil in there as well, just to get that marinade going lovely. Some of the rosemary as well, I'm just going to be adding into the bacon, so I'll just...
So in some ways I'm creating a sort of rub here.
That's correct. You could add more oil, don't be shy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Olive oil is lovely, especially when it's extra virgin like that. I like construction.
So this is enough to cover the whole meat, I'd assume. Hey? Okay, there we go. Oh, this is already smelling so fragrant.
Let's add some of this in there, some rosemary.
Delicious.
Cool.
Nice. I like the way you're going with this. You've got almost the fresh rosemary and the rosemary sitting underneath the meat itself, plus you're going to be creating a slight rub of it to get it into the meat.
That's correct, yes. Okay. So now I'm going to get the bacon ready and just, let's maybe put the pork here for now, get a few bacon.
And obviously using a fillet, is that the recommended piece of meat you're using?
It's the recommended. I mean, it's a very cheap cut actually when it comes to pork fillet, but if you were looking at a beef fillet, very expensive. So this is a very affordable cut.
Okay, cool. I like the fact that you're keeping it in the family, so it's like pork with pork. I like that.
So you can see now I'm going to be laying the bacon, which we're actually going to be wrapping the fillet in. Which you can see.
Okay, so I see. So you can actually put the meat on top of the thing with the rosemary.
That's correct. So with this, I'm just actually going to rub it. So I don't know if you just want to just
drizzle it over.
Drizzle some over here.
The messier we can get.
That's enough. That's enough.
Oh, whoops. Okay. I get excited. Sorry.
No problem.
Oh, yummy.
So I'm just going to put this here on this, actually back in here, and just lay a bit more bacon. So it is very messy, but you'll see it's very delicious there as well.
So it's a perfect weekend dish. It's one of those dishes Dad has to make at home because it's got all of the elements of hands, getting into things, messing it up, getting all those flavors in there. It's filled with lots of flavor.
And this on the fire would be amazing on the brine.
Yes.
So there we go. So now I'll just do that.
Cool. You're going to wrap it in the bacon.
As you can see, I won't wrap the whole fillet just because of time constraints today.
Cool.
So there we go, just like that.
You lay it on the rosemary, and then what happens next?
And then all I'm going to do now is just actually slice the garlic, just slice it in half like that.
Oh, yes. And everyone's so afraid of garlic, but when you do it like this, first of all, the way that it cooks inside some of these fillets, the flavors that come out of it are amazing. It's almost got like a sweet fragrance to it.
That's correct.
Which adds.
So I'll just actually sprinkle some of this even
on top.
Over there now.
Get in there, get in there.
And you can see all you have to do now is literally just put it in the oven, a couple of minutes, and it will be ready as it comes out. And very quickly as well. It will cook very, very quickly.
Amazing. So we'll show you the rest of the steps a little bit later on, right on Afternoon Express. You can get the recipe and the shopping list from our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. So now I know what's going to be in my lunchbox going to school tomorrow. The girls are talking about healthy lunchboxes for kids, though. Warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. We're going Italian in the kitchen today with Anda from Woolies. We're making a porchetta roast with us. And I've always wondered that if my gran called me a porchetta, I'd be very upset with her because I think she's trying to sneakily tell me that I'm a bit of a porky. But we're turning that into a delicious dish today on Afternoon Express, and I can't wait to cook with you, dude. So our porchetta officially has come out the oven.
That's come out the oven, yes. I told you it does cook very quickly in the oven, about 10 to 15 minutes, yes. But you could also monitor that. No more than 20 minutes in the oven, yes.
Dude, sounds like my kind of dish.
But I think let's get started to what we're actually going to be serving with the porchetta. So we've got asparagus here, asparagus tips, lovely. And all we're going to do is just char grill them and serve them with our porchetta.
Oh, yummy.
So once again, generous olive oil, some salt.
Just to season them up nicely.
Exactly.
Why have you chosen something like asparagus? Is that like a winter trend?
No, look, I mean, asparagus, I guess, it just works very well with pork as well. Hey? It's not really a trend or anything. It works really well.
I didn't know this. I'm learning things.
So I'm just going to give it a small little splash now. I'll give it another splash as it comes off the grill.
Okay.
So we could put those on the grill.
Oh, yummy. Just to give them a nice char, because the tips itself already are not too chewy. I mean,
That's
you just want to
correct.
kind of...
I mean, you could actually also just peel the tips as well, just to actually make sure it cooks quicker. You could blanch them, put them in boiling water for about 20 seconds, take them out and finish them off on the char grill.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, seeing as we do have some that's actually ready here, so all I'm going to do is, that's what it will look like when it's done, yes.
Okay.
So now we can start the plating.
This is the hard part, always. When it comes to, I can always put something in the oven that I've prepared and spent time on, but it's that thing of actually having to cut it at the end that I get really upset about, because I'm always scared it flops and then all my hard work looks terrible.
That's where the creativity comes now. Cool. So you can actually just pass the porchetta for me, so I can actually just...
Still a bit hot, so I'm going to
slice it.
pick it up like this for
You
you.
just leave it here on the cutting board.
Oh, there we go.
Cool, so you can see how beautiful it looks. It smells delicious. I wish everyone could smell it back home.
I can describe it to you. All those flavors, basically everything we put in here, the garlic, the rosemary, the bacon in here, you can smell every little element that you've got. Even I can smell the aniseed.
That's correct, yes. The fennel. Fennel comes through very lovely. So all I'm going to do is just slice it and then plate it.
So you're cutting one piece of bacon per slice, is that
Not necessarily, no. I'm just cutting it into thick chunks, so it just looks presentable once I plate it.
Ooh,
so now comes the presentation, you know? So let's just...
He makes it look so simple, always, the cutting side of things.
That's quite a big one. We'll put one here.
It's an art. Oh,
and we can put one sitting up like that here as well. I like working in threes and ones, threes, fives, and sevens when you plate it. So that's what it would look like when it's done, yes. And all I would actually do is, if I had a wonderful sauce, I'd make a nice little cider sauce, maybe with some honey, some cider. Bring that down to the boil and just drizzle around your plate.
Delicious, man.
And that's what it looks like.
Really simple to make. It looks super elaborate, but I promise you, this took us no time at all in the loft. So I hope you can cook along with us at some point. Find this recipe on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. Make it and send us a few photos of once you have tried. You can also get the shopping list. So if you are going to the shops, just print out all the shopping lists of the recipes you like. Go get all the ingredients and then start day by day making the delicious treats we make on Afternoon Express. Now, thank you so much, Andy. It was really cool to cook with you today. Earlier on, Bonnie was mentioning this idea of drinking too much sugar when it came to preparing drinks for children. Let's find out when exactly we can start feeding something like rooibos tea to our babies. Bonnie's in the garden.